Hi guys, and I'm Siren. We'll talk about the worst transfers of all time, 2017 edition. So, you probably know I'm not into really sports, so you'll probably learn why, and I'll tell you why. So, our first worst transfer of all time, 2017, is Neymar for PSG for 198 million. So that's a lot of money. So money well spent for PSG. They could have made greater deals to players like Messi or a big new talent Hector Bellerin. They could have bought him for like 50 million and made more money out of him so he can get better and they can sell him for the same price to a bigger team. But they decided to go with Neymar because he is really not that bad in this whole sports area, and he's probably one of the best left wingers the world ever has ever seen. But I'm not going to say that he's the best player because there's a lot more, what you call the potential to be the best player. But he has potential to be the best player of all time. And I think they could have made a smaller offer and made the made the money well spent again to like 160 million offer would be really good. And that's probably it about Neymar. So our next transfer is Sigurdsson. Mm. Everybody knows what I think about Sigurdsson and what I don't think about him. What I don't think about him is he's not a bad player. He may be bad in some stuff, but he's a great player. As price of 45 million to Everton, that's a lot of money for a player that came from Swansea and just learning how to do the stuff that he does every day. So now he's trying to play on a team that's heading for the number one, and I don't think it's gonna be that much of a deal for Everton because they could have split the money for a better player and younger players. So our next transfer would be Alex Oxlade Chamberlain. So he's to Liverpool, so that's bad. That's the bad news. Then there's 35 million in the bank, so that's not that bad for a player that's 20, around 20. But he didn't always play the best that he could have, so that's why they sold him for 35 million. And but teams like Manchester United or City for like 30 million would be a way better stuff. So but they need a player that is like a fast right winger, so they could keep up the good players. Our next transfer is Joselu. Joselu, the guy himself. So he's so often okay in the whole football universe, but he's okay. Joselu, 5 million, 5 million to Newcastle for 5 million, but he's 27 years old, so like there's a few more years to put his back the best game on. There's a few more years and he'll be a guy that's like Ibra for going like few million and he'll probably sign team China League teams or just go to Germany or USA so he could make a good retirement, as well as maybe Brazil, because a lot of old players go there too. And Danny Drinkwater, he's the star player of Leicester City. But he went to Chelsea, so 36 million is a lot for a player that's from that doesn't have a lot of discipline. So I kind of did like Danny Drinkwater's performances, but 35 is a lot for a player like that. I think the best deal for him would be 19 to 26. I wouldn't give him that much because then he's gonna go crazy on and he's gonna correct himself like Balotelli and transfer for 10 million in the future. So 35 is a lot. So this is the um, worst transfer for me, Danny Drinkwater's transfer. And next is Pablo Zabaleta to West Ham. So I don't know. City's City's defender to a team like West Ham. I'm not saying they're bad, but how did they get inquiring with him? Like, how did they actually do it? So that's what my question is, and you can answer it on the comment section. So I'll rule like that. And next is Monaco's leader, the striker of all time, Mbappe. He's alone, so there's no huge fees like 200 on his back. So he's really good. I'm not really into big strikers. They could have made a bigger transfer offer to players like Aubameyang or Aguero than loaning Mbappe. So if they would buy Aubameyang for around like 60, 70, that would be really good because he's on top of his game right now. Nobody's faster than him. He's finishing the goal, and that was really bad idea of PSG loaning a player that is 19, and that guy has a lot of future to him. So there's not going to be any exceptions of him going to China leagues and playing for small teams. And our next transfer is to Paulinho. He's from China. He's from the China league. Okay, he's not a bad player, but he missed the mark a lot. Like, he could have been in Premier League. He didn't fit into it, so he went to China. And he got transferred to Barcelona for 37 or 30, 36, 36.4. That's a lot for a player that didn't show shows most. But he's an okay player, so not that much. Uh, John Terry too. Aston Villa. That's like the worst deal that they could make to make to get John Terry on another team. Okay, I know he's old. I know he's not the best player right now, but he is something. He had talent. Now he's a 30 plus year old guy, so he's not even going to do anything on that team. So that's really good news for him. And like and there's Mohamed Saka for going to Crystal Palace. That's the like Liverpool is using their best players to go teams like Crystal Palace 26 million. Why? Why? He is they're one of the best defenders. They got Mati, but it's not a bright player sack to sell sack to a team like Crystal Palace because he's not going to be the. I don't hate him. He's okay, but he's not the guy to sell to places like Crystal Palace. Benteke is like him. Like he can go anywhere and he'll still be Benteke, but he's not going to be Sako when he goes to Crystal Palace because nobody's really on Crystal Palace anymore, and they got Benteke, so they spend a lot of money on Benteke, but they still get 26 million for Sako. That's just crazy. And Loic Remy. Yep, they sell a lot of money to Loic Remy, and they're just giving them to Las Palmas for free. I don't really get it. And Wilfred Bonny, everyone knows this. Manchester City to Swansea, but it's undisclosed, so we don't know the net price, but uh, the report is 12 million. That's a lot for a player like Wilfred Bonny, which he came from USA and he made his name. But and this is Lorente from Swansea to Tottenham. They're just trying to find replacements, so they just go on buy a player for 15 million. It's undisclosed, so we don't know. And there is Renato Sanchez going to Swansea. That's just way too big for a player like him. And he had a beautiful career from now and Bayern. Now they're gonna kill his career right there. He's probably done. He's not going to go back to Bayern probably. He's probably going to get transferred to a Spain team. I'm not saying Spain teams are bad, but that just killed him. And that was our last worst transfers of 2017. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Bye. Oh, yeah, bye.